welcome back to my YouTube channel, Rise Above, where we are having a super duper fantabulous time. Team, I want us to talk about the awareness for this month. The month of May is Mental Health Awareness Month. So I have done a Zoom and I would like to share some parts of that Zoom with you all. I hope that you are encouraged by it. On the Zoom, we have our very own Miss Jacqueline Hill. If you have been watching Let's Rise Above YouTube channel, you know that she is our subject expert matter on the HR side. And then we have our skill counselor, Miss Sharon Dotson. She is a counselor and she's been working as a counselor for 6 years now. She has earned her master's degree as well. So let's dig in. Let's see what they have to say. Not going to keep you long. Just want to share a little bit with you about mental health within the workplace. And let's get it. Come on, team.
I was just saying HR is really a resource and a good support system. And that support system normally comes from the employee assistance programs because they do have licensed counselors and psychiatrists that you can be referred to. And this is a free to all staff because it is good. And, you know, I'm sure if HR hadn't looked at it, this is a good time for them to look at that program to make sure they're actually offering what employees really need.
Okay. If the employee tap into that resource, all of that information is confidential. They don't have to worry about the counselors sharing that information with anyone, right?
Right. Absolutely not. It's confidential.
Confidential.
The agency has no names. When you call to schedule your appointments, the agency doesn't know anything about it. Where you going, when you call.
Like if you have a micromanager and they're always riding your back and they're always looking for you to get these processes done in a time where it's just not enough hours in a day to get these processes done. How do you stop yourself from being overwhelmed or getting depressed or feeling as if you're going to lose your job if you can't get these things done in a way that you feel like you're safe on your job?
Again, like I said, that's when communication comes in. But another step that would help is, again, letting them know, letting them know that you're overwhelmed, letting them know that there are things that cannot be done. And more so, you have to know yourself and not overdo yourself. That so many of us don't. We just try to get everything done, and the next thing you know, you're sick, you're upset, you're frustrated, you've got so many more issues added on because of the fact you did not talk about it, because sometimes managers can be overwhelming. But
it's true.
You have to learn within yourself, because you can even talk to them and that still won't stop anything. I've been a witness to that. But what you need to do is tell them, not only that, but don't take what you're doing seriously, people, because number one, it has to come to a point to where you got to love yourself, but you also allow yourself to be confident in what you do.
That's beautiful. Well, you know what's beautiful?
I'm sorry.
Go ahead. You know what's beautiful about that? You said be confident in the things and the processes that you are completing. That will make a world of a difference. Wow.
It really will. One thing I wanted to say, but Jackie asked me to give some types of issues, types of common mental issues, and I'm going to say a couple of them, just so we'll know, some of what they're about. Anxiety is the leading mental health disorder in the workplace. Anxiety is something that causes you to worry when you don't have to worry. Wow. Causes you to overdo and be restless. It causes you to have feelings of, I can't accomplish this. Another one is a major depressive disorder. And that disorder is having episodes of psychological depression. Psychological depression is extreme. Panic attacks. And I know we have seen people or even been around people that have had panic attacks, and they might not even know it. Because panic attacks are a sudden episode of intense anxiety accompanied by a feeling of impending doom, being frightened, physical symptoms such as racing heartbeats, shortness of breath, and nausea. All of these things can cause so many of the things that I just talked about.
Yes.
So,
you said something that was very important. As leaders, we have to know the signs. And so, Jackie, when you think about these types of things, what are the strategies? Some of the strategies that HR could put in place, or that you have seen in place when you were working in the workplace in HR?
Well, like I say, I mentioned the employee assistance program, but we also have had something that we call wellness time. And it's where we are authorized to take up to 30 minutes to exercise. You just don't know what a brisk walk, some fresh air will do. A lot of times people don't have time to exercise once they get off. They say it's dark outside, they got to go pick up the kids, they got to get home and cook. But if you have that opportunity at work, while you, to take 30 minutes and just debrief, I'm talking about this is outside of your lunch break. You know what I'm saying? This is a separate break, which is called a wellness break. And there are policies that are around it. So it's something that agencies can do just to aid employees, because, a healthy employee makes a healthy workplace. So you want to make sure that employees are healthy.
I'm just going to throw this in there. In the workplace, there's a lot of politics. And when you're an individual that do not want to be around the politics, but the politics seems to be a part of your department, that too can cause depression or anxiety, because it's like, oh my God, it's so much going on in this place. So how do you work around that? How do you keep your calm in that type of environment?
Pick and choose your battles. And I say that because if you don't, you will become overwhelmed. You will become to the point that you hate your job. Every situation is not for you to handle.
Wow.
In leadership and as an employee.
Wow. Wow. So basically what you're saying is stay in your lane, even though the mess is there. Even though the mess is there, stay in your lane. You don't have to be a part of that garbage, and you don't allow them to put their garbage in your garbage can, because it will start stinking.
That's right. And life is so much easier.
Get in my lane and cause a crash.
That's right.
Oh, wow. That is so beautiful. That is so beautiful. Can you tell me and tell the team, what are some of the signs that someone should look for as a manager, as a team lead, or as we ourselves as individuals? What are some of the signs that we should look for?
People who want everything to be about them. There are individuals that want everything to be about them. That's one side. Also, people who withdraw, who are always to themselves. You have to be careful about that, because sometimes, we let things just go. And people like that, you could save someone's life if you only just talk to them. Again, communicate. Because if you see something like that, then you could allow them to not be another suicide victim. Yeah. Definitely. Withdrawal signs. Also, for people who are always talking and gossiping and talking about other people to you, and then they go along and talk about those same people. They tell those same people about yourself. It is so many different ways that you can pick up as a leader on, and even more, just like I said, the depressed, people who seem to be depressed. There are some people who are always scared. They're always nervous. They're not up to par. They're always thinking that they will never be anything less but, below everybody, because those are some people right there that really and truly, they can go off at the deep end at any time. But it's all about being a servant. How can I serve you? My employees, are you okay today? Because a lot of times,
Right.
Wow.
those words
That's
right
good.
there, are you all right?
Mhm.
That means a lot.
Yes.
It doesn't cost any money. It does not make you feel like you got to keep going. Are you all right today? Are you all right? Let me know if I can do anything.
Yeah.
That will make somebody change their whole mood.
I wanted to add to what Sharon was saying. From an HR perspective, we look at things like attendance. If this is a person that has always reported to work, and then all of a sudden they start calling out or not showing up for work, that's a sign that normally something is going on.
See, that's HR
And then
right there.
And then their work performance. If the work performance seems to have declined, or you see a change in it, or this person is making a lot of errors, those are the time. Those situations open up for conversation for you as the manager or the supervisor to go to the employee to say, hey, look, I noticed this. Is it anything going on? Or like Sharon said, are you okay? So I just wanted to add that.
Yes, and I think it's very important that we watch out for these signs. We see these signs because suicide is on the rise. Suicide is on the rise. And even though we think that we're in the workplace doing a job, we would start seeing the signs. We would be able to talk about the signs. We would be able to say, hey, what's going on? Something is different today, because the gifting is in us. And that's why we're here today. So with that being said, we're going to open up for any questions that someone may have. Let's talk.
Hi. I thought it was good. I enjoyed it. I think for me, I like to journal. And, journaling helps me a lot when I'm going through something, or even just my thoughts or my feelings. That helps me a lot.
Having a good smell, aroma, lavender around, it helps a lot too.
Yeah. And for me, just being outside, like you said, taking a walk, being outside in the air, smelling the flowers, the nature, hearing the birds. Hearing the birds in the morning when I wake up, that makes me happy.
Yeah.
And as a counselor also, it's so important, and I'm so glad that Ms. Bennett brought it up. A lot of times we talk to our clients about journaling, also about affirmations, positive affirmations, and even more journaling your thoughts, putting them on paper, going back and looking at them. It helps totally. It helps so much.
Go ahead, Ms. Bennett.
I was going to say when I know that somebody has gone through a loss in their family, a death or whatever, sometimes I will give them a journal.
Yes.
As a gift, just to say I'm sorry about your loss, and I might write something in a journal to encourage them.
Wow.
To write what they're feeling, what they're thinking.
That's real good. That's real good. Another thing is the sun. The sun brings us healing. Just sitting out in the sun and just letting the sun just soak up our skin, it just makes a world of a difference. Yeah.
It does. It does. Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Wonderful, wonderful, and that's a great gesture for us to do. When we see that, we can give journals and write something inspirational within the journal as a gift. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Is there anybody else that would like to share with us this evening? I think it's been very beneficial. I just love it. I love it. Thank you. I mean, Sharon and Jackie, you guys are amazing. Thank you all so much. I have really enjoyed all of this advice that you guys have given.
Yes,
I want
it
to
is.
thank everybody for joining. You guys are awesome. Let's go out there and be our greatest you. And
Yes.
in the midst of being your greatest you, I want you to make somebody else great as well, because it takes a journey. And not only does it take a journey, it takes a unit. And in that unit, it's got to have you, and me. So go out there, be your greatest you, and have a super duper fantabulous day. Love you all.
All right. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.